Alright, well, we're in the shop now. We've moved in, upgraded in the world here. Mainly because I didn't want to be fighting with the dirt ground out there trying to jack it up and do stuff like that. So I'm gonna get her up on the jack stands quick here, get the wheels ripped off, and start disconnecting the axles and the rest of the exhaust and get some of that stuff done. So, woohoo! Alright, so you just saw we're back in the shop now and got the front wheels off so we can get to kind of everything else we need to get this motor pulled. So the obvious things are motor mount. There's a torque strut in the bottom that's about right here underneath. It goes to the bottom, or actually it might be here. I think it connects more to the transmission side. That helps keep everything from twisting. We gotta undo this belt and then take the AC compressor off because I'm gonna try to leave that on the car. We don't have to mess with the AC system. Miscellaneous hoses that may still be interconnected, like a fuel line. That one right there, or that one right there. So I'm gonna have to pull move these wires around so I can get that cover off, so I can get the motor mount off the frame rail, because I'm gonna try to pull this motor up. Being as I don't have a hoist yet, or a 2-post lift yet, so I'm gonna try to go up with it, which it looks like it should clear. I mean, everything down here clears, and then everything over here more or less clears. It's got a little bit of squiggle room, but I may pull the front bumper off, and then you take the radiator support out, and usually you can flip the AC condenser off to the side and then you can come straight out, but we'll see when we get there. Yeah, but going down here, and you can't see, hold on. Alright, so as you can see, the thing I gotta do down here is, so you can get you in here, I gotta pull the bolts off the axle shafts, and there's, I think it's 6 on this side and 6 on the other side. So I'm gonna pull this inner fender out here, which looks like it's just a bolt there and a bolt over there and there. Just a few bolts, so pull that out. So that way I should be able to leave the axles in the car. I gotta disconnect the rest of the exhaust yet from the turbo. Probably pull this cowl out, so I think I'm going to try to do what I did with the Touareg, which is just leave the harness for the most part on the engine. So, because I'm not going to use pretty much any of this harness. So, yeah. I guess I might as well get to it. So here's where we made it so far. I got the front bumper cover ripped off. I kind of on the path towards pulling all this out of the way just so I have more room to work. I was going to try to do it leaving it in there, but I'm kind of just thinking it's probably going to be less of a nightmare if I just do a little bit extra work now, pull that all out of the way, and be done with it. So that way, because it looks like it's going to be awfully tight for the motor to come up and out. So I think it can come up and turn and come out, and I think that'll work a little better. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards right now. So I'll have to get all this stuff pulled out, but I got the axles are unbolted. I got this belt off. The AC compressor's just hanging there. Got the heater core hoses disconnected. The wiring harness is there. Transmission connector that I had unplugged the other day. These are kind of a goofy thing. They twist to lock. This little sleeve twist on there. Seemed to work all right, but it definitely took a second to figure out how it worked. I think realistically all I have for hoses hooked up yet is this one fuel line. The only reason I'm not pulling that yet is because there's still pressure on it. So, and I figured I'd rather not spew gas all over the place until I was ready to actually pull it. Yeah, I think that's about all I actually have left before I can yank this out of here. It's just motor mounts and that one fuel line, realistically. So I get this stuff out. I get this stuff out of the way, and the motor should be able to come out. So, yeah. Catch you guys tomorrow, hopefully. Well, there we go. The motor's out. I think that's gonna be where I end this video. Was it gonna get really long, but yeah. You see, we have an empty engine bay. So there's pretty much all front wheel drive cars are gonna have that torque strut under there. So if you're messing with it and you're going, oh, it's only got one motor mount, two motor mount. No, there's usually another one somewhere. Some of them have it up and top in the front. Some have it in the bottom and the back. Some of them have it on one end. I think Hondas tend to have them on one end. But yeah, so there's one axle shaft. There's the other. AC compressor. I ended up taking the bolts loose from the frame horns here. I left one end just so I had something to sit on both sides. And then pull the two bolts out on either side in the front. And then the hood cable helps hold it, but that gives you a little more room to take and sneak it out. Yeah. Surprisingly, there was no extra grounds in the back, which was kind of shocking to me, but I'm not going to complain because that's one less thing to fight with. I know that axle did give me some problems there. That one bound up against the transmission about 6 times, it seemed like. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. Discovered there was probably some more problems with this block than it even looked like, because once it started tipping, there was oil pouring out of the seam between the joint between the transmission and the block. So yeah, I found some pieces that fell out when I took one of the intake tubes out. So, but I think we'll go over the damage on this motor in another video. I'll save that for another video. Keep you guys looking for more. Well, that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and go and like the video. If you thought I did something like a moron, go ahead and let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time.